All right, how's everyone? I'm Gregory. Today we're going to be working on valgus knee. And so we're going to do a corrective exercise continuum, inhibit phase, lengthening phase, activation phase, and integration. So of course we'll start off with the inhibit phase. First things first though, if you don't know what valgus knee is, this is what a lot of people refer to as not need. It's basically when your knees kind of go in when you stand. It's mainly because of tight. It's mainly because of your inside hip adductors are usually tight. They're very tight, so they kind of cause your hip to turn in, and of course your knees will follow. Even your feet, sometimes your feet will turn in as well. But a lot of times the root of that is your hip adductors, your inner thigh muscles. So a nice way to inhibit that, break down that mild fascial tissue there, and really focus on adhesions or trigger points if you have it. Always nice to have your handy dandy foam roller. So what we're gonna do is, this one is a little awkward just because of placement. But what you really want to do is just try to focus your hip adductor muscles on this foam roller. You could go this way. It's even sometimes it's better to have the foam roller on an elevated area, but we could still work with this. So basically, like I said, want to have your foam roller on your inner thigh muscles, rolling it slowly. You're gonna want to try to find a trigger point you could relax on, and not relax on, but work through slowly. Adductor longus, the magnus, even all the way up towards the groin. Just want to go back and forth really slowly on each leg. Do this for about 3 minutes. But that's always a nice way to go ahead and inhibit those tight muscles in the inner thigh. A nice way to lengthen these muscles now. There's a lot of different ways to do the hip adductor muscles. I like just the classic butterfly stretch, where you keep your back straight. Try to push your hips down, and you just want to kind of do this. All right, want to hold this. You can even do it PNF style, so you could kind of push down like a hold relax style, if you will. So just push. You want to just push your knees towards the ground. About 30 seconds. Bring it up and relax for a little bit. Just bring it up a little bit, relax it, and then push right back down. Try to trick your hip adductor muscles into lengthening even further. Okay, so excellent stretch to really lengthen these muscles out, muscles I have problems with. So excuse the faces. Yeah, but you can even bounce on it back and forth like that. Really just work these muscles out. But you want to lengthen it to definitely increase that range of motion with these inner thigh muscles. If you have valgus knee, these muscles are usually very concentric almost all the time. They're always tense. So it's very nice to get this stretch every now and then to lengthen those muscles out. Okay, all right. Activation phase. Now we want to activate some underactive muscles. Typically, if the hip adductors are the overactive muscles that you need to inhibit and lengthen, then your underactive muscle is going to be on the opposite side. So that can be the quads, the rectus femoris, or your hip abductors on the outside, like your TFL or the IT band. Okay, so a nice stretch for these. Here, I can go this way. Pardon me. I just call it an IT band, TFL stretch, but you basically want to put one leg up, make sure your body's flat, lean this over, and you can stretch out all this hip abductor muscles, the IT band, all that. Keep your shoulders on the floor though. I want to try to keep your back flat as much as possible. But even this stretch even goes down to your gluteus muscles, which can often be underactive when dealing with valgus knee. All right. You know, of course, always do both legs. Shoulders flat. Okay. Last, we want to do integration. So I'm going to incorporate all the muscles, not all the muscles, well, yes, all the muscles, but basically all the human movements. I want to try to do it all at once, hence the word integration. Always a good movement for this is the squat, of course. So with this, with valgus knee, you really want to focus on keeping your knees straight, keeping them in front of the toes, hinging at the hips, keeping your back straight. Okay, nice and slow. All right, really focus on keeping your knees from turning in. Just keep them straight. Typically, you want to do about 8 to 10 reps at this, about 1 to 2 sets, whatever you're comfortable with. Really want to focus on keeping the knees straight, feet straight especially as well. Keep the knees in front of the toes. Hinge at the hips, but keep your back straight. And there you have it. So, do these exercises weekly and you should be fine with your valgus knee. Thank you.